Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Stella and I'm actually in Italy at the moment. So just to let you know that I learned tarot during lockdown. I actually learned it in one weekend. I was just called to learn the tarot one morning. And I've been on a very long spiritual journey. I'm a qualified hypnotherapist, and I also do past life regression and lovers regression, where you can connect with your current partner's soul or your ex's soul, and you can actually have a conversation with them to ask them questions from your subconscious, which is quite fascinating. So the question today is, does he miss me? And it's not gender specific, so you can just change up the gender if you want. Sorry, can't get my words out. So the question is, does he miss me? And I just want you to take a moment and just have a look here at the card that resonates with you most. So this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. And the cards have not been chosen to relate to the cards underneath, because I actually don't know what the cards are underneath, so I'm very excited. So if you just want to take a breath and choose a card, and just to let you know that I also do private readings for tarot. Okay, so let's go to pile number 1. I'm quite excited about this. So, does he miss you? So we've got secret sex, 4 of swords, 3 of cups, the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, celebration, 9 of Pentacles, sorry, that was the 6 of Wands, the Page, and the Devil, Page of Pentacles and the Devil. So just give me a few moments. I'd just like to have a look at these cards. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, we have this really intriguing card at the beginning, and he's missing his secret sex sessions with you. Okay, so you know what this is about, okay? So these are 2 people that were having an illicit love affair, okay? And he's missing that. And that's the Devil card that shows that, you know, that was a powerful addiction there. So yes, and I feel like he wants more of that. He wants to come in with more of that. And I do actually feel this card is actually related. He's looking at you online. But there's much more to this relationship than just this, you know, stealing moments away together. There's much more to this. I see someone that really had a sense of joy and celebration when you first came together, and he's missing that. He sees you as this really beautiful woman. Just take a moment. So this woman is very lush, you know, she wears beautiful clothes, you know, according to what he sees. You know, her hair is beautiful. The way that she lives in her world is very beautiful. And he's missing that real sense. We've got 2 celebration cards here. Okay, we've got the 3 of Cups, which is a real sense of celebration when you guys were together. And then we've got a second celebration card here as well. And look at that horse, you know, all its hair's sort of flying in all directions, and the wands are sort of all being jostled around. And, you know, that's what he's missing. He's really missing this, this sort of joyous momentum that you had together. And he really wants to come in and make you an offer. Okay, like a physical offer, like, I don't know, let's go somewhere, let's do something. You know, he wants to buy you something. He wants to give you something. You know, he wants to do something with you, and he's going to message you very shortly. And he also saw you as the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is just this, like, although you're like this really lush, independent woman, you just had this other side to you, which was like a homemaker. You know, even if you weren't living together, he just saw you that, you know, you were very domesticated. You know, you kept the home nice. You had a nice attitude to others. You had like a warm, motherly sort of presence, you know, but hey, you're hot as well, you know. There's so many facets to you that he actually misses. And at the moment, he's just resting. Okay, well, not even resting. He's removed himself at the moment, and he's just needing time out. And he's struggling with the separation, basically. He's struggling with it. So let me just see if there's some more information about what's going on, because these cards are very positive, but I feel like the relationship was not balanced. It had all this potential. Like, you're the sort of woman here that is someone that, you know, someone would settle down with. Your sort of long-term potential. But he was a bit like hot and fiery, and maybe a bit of a Casanova, I feel, with this. And he's watching you online. So let's see. Oh my goodness, I have to find the right card for you for this. That's just moved things up a peg or two. Right, let me just change that card out so you can just see how beautiful. That's 3 of Cups. Let me just find this card for you as well. I have to find it. Bear with me. Okay, no, it's not that one. Bear with me, guys. I have to find this card now. Yeah. What's just popped out of the deck is okay, sorry for the delay there. Okay, so what's popped out of the deck is the 2 of Cups. Oh my goodness, this has just put a whole new spin on this. He was in love with you. This is the cup of love. He was in love with you. Unbelievable. So even though I feel like you know, like there was a raciness, a raunchiness to the sexual side of your relationship, you know, and maybe a lot of codependency and addiction. There was this other side which has a beautiful celebration and a purity. Look at the bows and the water. Look at the greenery growing. There was growth in this relationship, and look at all the little green buds and stuff like that, and beautiful movement in this relationship as well. And he's definitely missing that. Definitely missing that. And he's just taken time out there. And I've got some other cards. Let's just have a look. I want to know what he missed most about you. What's he missing most about you just now? I'll do 2 cards. What's he missing most about you just now? He's missing your touch. And don't underestimate how beautiful a person can touch you. One touch is never the same from another person. Never ever the same. So and that's a feather. He's missing your beautiful soft touch. Okay, what else is he missing? Oh, surprise, surprise, he's missing your body. To him, your body's really hot, and he's missing that. Okay, he's missing that. I can't see any cards here where he's moved on. He is taking time out, but I can't see that he's actually moved on at all, actually. So yeah, so the answer is he's really missing you. So let's see if there's any more information here. Yeah, he was in love with you. He was actually in love with you. He's missing your body. He thinks you're just an awesome, awesome woman. Like awesome. Okay. Any more information on this reading, please? Any more information on this reading? Any more information on this reading? Just a card, please. Let's just wait for the cards just to see what they want to pop out. Any more information on this reading? Is he gonna, I want to say, you know, is he going to step forward? I would say that, how could he not step forward? But I just want to see what the cards say. Oh, that's so weird. I just said, oh, I think he wants to step forward. So we've got 2 cards here where, see this Page of Pentacles. This is when he wants to offer you something physical. He's going to send a message. Okay, and it's funny because it's between the addiction and you here. You know, like you've got some purity here. And then I said, oh, is he going to move forward? So yeah, this is the Page of Swords, and that's communication, and that's going to come in quite quickly, actually. So you are going to hear from him, and he does miss you. He misses a lot about you. Misses your purity. He misses your individuality. He misses the relationship that you had, and he misses your touch, and he misses your hot body. The only thing is that he wants this sort of dangerous liaison type sex with you, and I think that you just need to handle that because there is enough love there to make this something really real. Wow, quite a reading. So I hope that you enjoyed that card pile number 1. It was my pleasure to read that for you. Okay, so let's go on to the next reading. Okay, so now we're going to move on to pile number 2. So the question is, does he miss me? And I have said that the cards do not relate to the cards on the top, do not relate to the cards underneath. I do find that eventually they do relate, but I don't actually know the cards underneath. So let's have a look. I'm quite excited. Wow. Knight of Wands. Wow. World card. Celebration. King of Wands. Oh, deception. Seven of... I'm going to check if that's actually deception in this reading. It might not be. Five of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Okay, let's have a look at this. So if you just want to give me a moment, please, just to have a look at that. Okay, let me just take a sip. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is a story, I think, of two halves here. Okay, so what I see is that this beautiful Knight of Wands, can you see him with his hair flying in the wind and the wands there? And that is a lot of beautiful sexual energy that wants to come forward. So I do feel like he is missing you and he really wants to come forward. And I see these two beautiful cards here. This is you in his eyes. You've got the world at your feet. Can you see that you're naked? Because he sees the beauty and the honesty in you. He sees the sort of, that you're very transparent, that, you know, you don't hold any secrets. He just sees your naked beauty, physically and emotionally. He sees that in you, and he misses the lifestyle that you had together in your relationship. He misses that. He misses the celebration of your life and the richness of it. And it doesn't mean like you have to be physically rich. It just means that there was a richness in terms of your relationship, in terms of your friendship, in terms of a happy home, in terms of the way that you like to live your life. I sort of feel like you had a lot of friends around and, you know, really wanting to celebrate your union. You know, people liked coming to you. And if that doesn't resonate just now, that was his desire. So I do see that he has a desire to come forward, but we've sort of got this other story at the top here. And I think it relates a little bit to this card as well. Can you see he's the Knight of Wands and he's the King of Wands? Okay, so this is like a young energy and this is an older, mature energy, more stable. Yeah, I feel like he maybe came into your life as a young, vibrant energy. Okay, and maybe came in with not any real plans with you, and then it sort of turned out into something a lot more stable, and it had a sort of more growth and maturity to it. But at the top, I'm sort of seeing a slightly different story here. So there's definitely, I do feel this card does relate. There's definitely a loss. And can you see the two cups entwined? So it's not over yet. But I do see that this man maybe took opportunities and maybe went the wrong way about things and was a bit deceptive. And he wanted to keep his cards close to his chest. He didn't want to show his emotions to you. He's feeling very much out in the cold at the moment. And I feel he's annoyed about that, to be honest. And he is trying to defend his position. So whether you've had a disagreement, I'm not sure. But he feels he wants to defend his position, and I feel like he's not listening. I feel like he's not listening. So I feel like he's not taking any responsibility for whatever has gone wrong. But with the Two of Cups here, the World card and this card, and then this change where you went to something more, you know, started off maybe a bit of fun, and then it went to something more stable. But in that stability, I can see that in that stability there came some deception. And yeah, he was sneaking around a bit, you know, just maybe just not being fully honest with you about stuff. So he's missing aspects of you, of what you had. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a different story just popped up. What is this story? Okay, so the story just changed, and that's what happens in tarot. Okay, I wasn't sure because of this upper, you know, I feel like he's being very rigid up here. And then suddenly we've got these two cards. That's the Ten of Cups here. Okay, he said this is the ultimate blissed out situation. Okay. Yes, he's missing you. And you know what you did? You were able to unlock his heart to this status, to go to this full 10. This full 10 in the original tarot, the 10 of Cups, it's got like rainbows. It's like the marriage. It's like the perfect relationship. And you know, like this card, Unlock Your Heart, it's one I created myself. It's like full of romance. This is the, you know, when someone comes along and they just start to unlock your heart and you just didn't think that they could do it. So that just took a whole new direction. So I just want to ask, also I've got 4 little cards here just for a little bit of fun. What things does he miss about you? So we're just going to pick 2 cards here. What things does he miss about you? So let me just lay them down. So I'm not gonna look. Okay, so these 2. That's the same as the last reading. He misses your touch. A person's touch is so unique. No 2 people touch each other the same. I just want you to know, if you feel sad and you miss him, and if you think maybe he's with somebody else, your touch is unique. No one can touch like you can touch. The touch, do you remember the first time you touched? And how beautiful all that was. You know, humans, when they like each other, they actually touch each other's hands first. Can you remember that when you first touched each other's hands? Sometimes we skip over that part, but generally we touch each other's hands first and then we have an embrace. So he misses your touch. Wow, I was not expecting these 2. I was not expecting that. And you know what else he misses? Ta-da! He's missing your body. Now, is that not just a plus? So don't worry, whatever you think he may or may not be doing out there, he's missing your beautiful, beautiful body. Okay. So I think we've sort of heard it all there. I guess we need to know whether he's going to come back. And I would say with that reading, he is. But let's just see. Because he's taking a rest here, feels out in the cold, he's been deceptive, he's trying to defend his position. Let's see if he's going to make contact. Let's see if he's going to make contact. There's an awful lot here, an awful lot. I can't see that he could walk away from this. I really, really don't. Let's see what's happened. Let's see what's going to happen. I could have a card, please, to see if he's going to come back. If I could have a card, please, to see if he's going to come back. Right, we've got a lot of cards there, maybe too many. He's heartbroken, completely heartbroken. Totally in love with you. Got the 2 of Cups here. eight of, he sees all the facets of your personality. Oh my God, you got this twice. Yes, he's coming back. Okay, I just need to explain it to you. He's heartbroken. All right, this is the same card twice. He's heartbroken. Okay. He's looking at all the different facets of your personality and sort of trying to choose an aspect of that, I think, to know how to come back in. Yes, he might feel he's also got options with this, but you're the one. We've got the Two of Cups here, which is like the most unbelievable card. This is like true love. Can I find that card for you? Oh, there we go. It's the card of true love. Okay. And we have a card. So this card come up again. That's the second time. Four of Wands. He so wants whatever you had here, some sort of domestic setup you had. He wants that back. He wants to go to calmer waters, okay? He does have responsibilities in his life, but he wants to come to calmer waters, and he wants that. Don't underestimate the sun coming into your reading. The sun is when you wake up in the morning with pure joy. You've got sunflowers, you've got abundance, you've got sunshine, you've got horses frolicking in the paddock, you've got babies riding naked on the horses like cherubs. This is like total joy. Yes, he's coming back. What a beautiful, beautiful reading. Absolutely stunned with that reading. Stunned with that reading. So, group number 2, it's been an absolute pleasure to do this reading for you, and I think you can sleep well tonight with this information. So let's just pop these aside and go to the next reading. So, group number 3. So the question is, does he miss me? So I don't know what's below these cards, so I'm very excited. So let's have a look if he misses you. Okay, so we have the Chariot. We have online dating. We have the Storm. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups. And we have the Six of Cups. So just give me a moment just to have a look at this. I just want to make sure that I read it correctly for you. Just bear with me a second. I just need some cards to clarify here. Does he miss you? Let's just get some clarification here. I'm sort of getting a little bit of a feeling that he's a love rat with this reading. Okay, but I won't leave you hanging, because if he is, and I'll see what's round the corner for you. Okay. I think, yeah, I kind of got the feeling with this reading. This guy stabbed you in the back, good and proper. And then he moved away from you, you know, emotionally, physically, he moved away from you. And it might even be that you're in different countries, different towns, different states, different counties, different parts of the country. All right, and he went off, or has gone off, and he's gone online dating. Right, so he's filling his void with online dating at the moment. And he's in like a stormy situation. You know, he's feeling towards you as that, like, God, that was stormy, right? But don't take this personally, okay? It doesn't mean that he's right, okay? Because very often people can cause a lot of volatile reactions in us, okay? And it's like, my God, that was a storm. He could have created the storm himself. And he's in a very defensive position at the moment, okay? He's kind of, there's a little bit like, will I give it another go? There's a little bit of that. But I really feel like this man he's a player, okay? He's a player. Because I can't see many cards relating to your relationship here. I feel like he's very self-absorbed in his own, in himself, really. I can't see an awful lot. He's keeping his money close to his chest. He's keeping his emotions close to his chest. He's ready to win this situation. I don't mean like win you over. There doesn't seem to be any cards here about winning you over. He just wants to win. Whatever's happened between you, he just wants to win it, okay? And he's in a very self-satisfied position at the moment, right? Whatever he's doing, I feel like it's this online stuff, right? He's feels very satisfied. He feels very filled up in his life just now. But I do feel it's a very superficial filling up, you know. I just sort of feel like there's a lot of vanity with this man, you know, and he's filling himself up with stuff that is just trashy. That's what I feel. However, there is this little card here. I do feel this relates to you. I feel he is actually upset, okay, about what's happened. And I do feel like he is remembering a lot of beautiful times with you together. But I feel like what he's done, I feel like he's trying to block it out, you know, with all this trashy stuff, thinking about himself, you know, maybe placing the blame, you know. I don't feel he's treated you correctly at all here. And he's like, well, I'm not going to think about it, you know, I'm going to win this situation. I'm going to fill my needs up as I please. But I feel like deep down, he really does. I feel like he really does really care for you. But he's just, oh, yeah. He's a handful. This guy's a handful. Okay, so let's have a look. I just want to see if there's anything that he misses about you. Okay, let me just have a look here. Okay. He misses your touch. So whatever's going on here, you know, with his online stuff, I mean, you can't touch when someone's online, can you? It's not like the real thing. Just remember that your touch was absolutely beautiful. When you touched him, maybe you touched him sexually, maybe you touched him lovingly, maybe you touched him in a nurturing way. He remembers, he really misses your touch. So I'm going to put that there, and that's what he's crying over. And you know what else he misses? This is really interesting, group number 3. He misses your voice. Now, can you see those lips? And I've put dolce, which is Italian for sweet, and I've put sweet, right? I don't know if you sing or not, but you know what? When you love someone's voice, right, can you remember, it absolutely melts your heart. It's a real, very powerfully sexual and romantic when you love someone's voice. You know, like when they speak to you, when they whisper stuff to you, when they explain stuff to you, when they call your name. This is what he's missing. So I just feel like, I'm sorry, I feel like he's being a bit of an arsehole, right? He's being a bit of an arsehole. And you know what? Deep down, he's got all these really deep emotions for you. Really deep emotions for you. Really, it's really weird because he's missing those really subtle things about you, you know, your voice and your touch. And this card here is a beautiful card of just abundance and, you know, and beautiful naivety and love. So he really is affected by these really beautiful, innocent aspects of you. And he's just gone out and he's just being trashy. Let's see if he stops being trashy. And he's not taking any blame. He's not taking any blame here. So the answer is yes, he does miss you, but he just doesn't wanna recognize it. And you know, these situations, they always come crashing down. You know, if he's out there just being an arse, it's not going to last. It never does. Not when you've got these feelings over here. Yeah, I feel like he invested a lot in this relationship previously, and I think he's maybe angry and frustrated about that. This is the 7 of Pentacles. It's like he put a lot in and he thought he was going to get something out of it, and he didn't get out of it what he thought he should have, which is quite a selfish thing, because relationships, you have to let them evolve, really. And he's very frustrated, and I got a sense that he just couldn't wait any longer to reap the rewards. But interestingly, although he's distant at the moment, there are just like little signs in this reading about this other side of him, because in the King of Swords, right, this is kind of like, this is about boundaries, this is about, sometimes it's about clear communication, but I just feel like it's a barrier at the moment. But you see that little moon, right? He has a sensitive side. See those butterflies? He has a sensitive and a soft side, and this is really showing. And can you see the star? The little star. You know, that's like a little bit of spirituality. I'm not saying he's spiritual, but he's not completely devoid of understanding that side of life. He's not devoid of looking up at the stars and feeling romance. He's not devoid of wondering about the mysteries in life. He's not devoid of seeing, you know, the beauty in another person. There's just these little things breaking through. Okay, the sun's coming through in the storm. Maybe the sun should have had a happier face. So there are little aspects of this. I think he's just one of those lads or one of those men, you know, that just gets with the boys, starts drinking, starts arsing around, you know, not addressing his feelings, you know, and underneath he's really soft. He's really soft, and he does miss these things about you. God, if you're missing someone's voice, They're missing. Oh my God. We just had a major breakthrough. This is so weird. It happened in the last one. He's filling himself up with trash at the moment. What he wants is you. And if you look at this, I must draw this, paint this card tonight. This card is the Ten of Cups. It's like the full shebang. This is the happy ever after. This is rainbows in the sky. This is people actually rejoicing in their love union. This is long-term stuff. Okay. See all this nonsense? Take no notice of it. If he's showing all this rubbish, ignore it, okay? Because underneath it is a very, very, very different story. So I think we can leave it there. I guess, well, I was going to say, is he going to come forward? I can't see how he can't come forward with all this here. He's crying over you, loves your voice, he misses your touch. He's got some real sensitivity around you, and he just wants this full, beautiful relationship. He just got frustrated. For some reason, he got frustrated. He couldn't wait any longer, all right, for things to materialise the way that he wanted. But he really likes you, really, really likes you, really misses you. Really misses you, but he just doesn't want to look at it at the moment, you know. He's having a blowout, I think, you know. Okay, 7 of Wands. Yeah, he's just defending his position at the moment. He's just, oh, he wants reconciliation. Okay, good stuff. He does want a reconciliation. He wants to bring things back into balance. He wants to discuss whatever agreements you had between you. Maybe you had some contractual things. Maybe it was just verbal agreements about the relationship. He wants to come back in. It's quite interesting, isn't it? The 2 swords here. Can you see? Justice. Justice is like when the universe is on your side and it starts delivering you things. Oh my God. Do you know where justice comes in? After the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. After the Wheel of Fortune, when your life turns and things go a little bit boobies up, okay, things go wrong, justice comes in to heal. I cannot believe these 2 are sitting together. It's incredible. And you can see the swords. Swords are about lots of things, but they're about communication. They're about making decisions. They're about clarity. They're about boundaries. They're about being decisive. They're about moving forward. So we've got this real clean justice. And look, he's a handsome dude, isn't he? He's handsome as well. Okay. He wants a reconciliation. Let him have his blowout. Ignore it like he's a young boy being silly. And he's going to come back in. He's going to come back in. Okay, so when, I suppose you're asking me, when is he going to come back in? Let me have a look. I see a lot of cups here. A lot of cups, which is the summer. Yeah. I can see the summer at the moment. Maybe late summer, early autumn. Okay. All right. Well, it was an absolute pleasure to do that reading for you. It actually turned around. It really did turn around, this reading. Very interesting reading for me because, you know, our lives are light and dark, and, you know, people don't always act the way that we want them to act, but they've got these hidden sensitivities underneath. Okay, so I hope that helped you, group number 3. It was an absolute pleasure to do a reading for you. Please leave your comments below if this resonated with you. Thank you. And ciao from Italy. Ciao, ciao.